So thanks for having us on. And thanks for recording as well. So as Kirby mentioned, we are a Canadian-based startup. My name is Peter Katchen. You can call me PK as well. And we created Realty AI. So it's an AI assistant. And what she's going to do is convert your website visitors into engaged leads on autopilot. So we'll get into more of the details later on in the deck, but our agents are saving between 10 to 20 hours a month in time and getting 5 to 10 more high quality contacts each month. So I'll pass it over to Anthony, but Anthony's going to go into depth on some AI tools you can use today to augment your real estate business and really grow your gross commission income with AI. So I'll pass it over to Anthony.
Yeah, thanks, PK. Let me just skip a slide here. So I think what we can do is start off with a story about like how we actually got started. So one of my close friends, Alan, I actually went to school with him, and he became a real estate agent. And he started posting on social media, and he was getting a lot of traffic and engagement. And basically, he ended up admitting to me that he wasn't following up with all of these conversations that he was having. And basically, I realized that there's a technology for this, and I built it. And basically, AI is able to capture all of these conversations, interact with everybody who's inquiring on your website, and you don't have to run the risk of basically losing that business or losing those clients. So that's basically what we did. But we're handling a little bit more of the upstream process of the real estate industry. But as you can see here on this slide, there's so many different tools that are going to start impacting how you guys do business. Optimizing process flows and saving you time, saving you money, and ultimately growing your GCI. So hopefully we can, give you guys just like a few. I know we only have like 15, 20 minutes here. It'll have to be a little bit more high level, but we can show you a little bit like a couple of tools to help you, grow your business, or at least something to look into after this call, right? So I think it's important to discuss like why is technology important, and I'll give you a couple of reasons for here, and then I'll show you how that impacts your top line revenue. So right now, people are embracing technology, obviously. 9 out of 10 people want to use some sort of messaging to interact with a business. 80% of those customers would rather have an instant response, even if it's from a chatbot. And this responsiveness, 82% of people want a response in the first 10 minutes. And actually, I'm not sure if anyone knew this, but contacting someone 30 minutes after they sign up with you is actually 21 less times effective than if you pick up the phone and call them within the first 5 minutes. So this like 1 minute response time is huge. It's so critical. It ends up making about 400% difference in terms of the amount of meetings that you get out of your leads, right? And so basically this ties into more meetings, more deals, and 85% of people who you meet with once will actually stay with you for the entire buying process, right? So it's really important for you guys to get those first conversations and first interactions and turn those into meetings. So this is where some of the technology can help you out and get you more deals throughout the pipeline, right? So here we believe that AI is meant to save you time. It's meant to replace those mundane tasks like filling out CRMs and all the boring, automatable, repeatable stuff, and allow you to focus on more creative work, interacting with clients, and those higher leverage activities that you need to do to grow your business. And so hopefully some of these tools will be able to make those tangible business outcomes for you guys. So today we're going to go over the tech framework. We're going to do a little bit of a tooling overview, and then finally I'll give you 5 different tools that you can consider using in your business, and then Peter will showcase to you what Madison can do. So diving into the tech framework, it stands for Traffic, Engage, Capture, and Handle, and this is basically the level set of how we're going to place each tool in each one of these sales pipelines, right? So we need a tool that will, one, grow our online presence, generate content, establish our social media presence. And so we need a tool for that part, right? Next, we need a tool to engage and capture this awareness that we've been generating and all these leads that are coming into our pipeline now, right? So you need to have something to interact, engage, handle, capture all these people's information and turn those contacts into actual clients. And then finally, once you have the client, you need to have some sort of processes and automations to handle the documentation in order to get that client from the initial stage to actually closing a deal, right? So when we're breaking down traffic, we'll do a little bit of deep dive here. There's a lot of different physical channels like, open houses, referrals, networking events, but today we'll just focus on the traffic channels here. So in terms of digital traffic, you can basically break it down into three different categories. And this is helpful to just keep it simplified, right? So on one hand, we have Google and web. So that's your personal website. That's Google Maps, Google My Business, all of your Google reviews. Then you have your social media presence. So that could be your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, any of that sort of stuff that you're doing. And then finally, we have direct to consumer. So that could be email marketing, SMS marketing, DMs, that sort of thing, right? But when we're breaking down, like, how do you actually, generate all this content, there's really only two content forms. It's video and there's text. And you can use those across all these different platforms, right? So if you're doing any sort of video advertising or content, you basically need, a video editing software, a captioning software, audio, all that stuff. So that's one kind of tool set that you can use. And then finally, with the text content, that's like blogs, SEOs, reviews, emails, that sort of thing. You can pretty much stick to ChatGPT and any of these, other large language models. So those are like the two buckets, basically, of types of tools in terms of like how you generate traffic. So next part, going through the traffic framework, is engage and capture. So you need some tool to aggregate all of your social media and all of your digital channels in one spot so that you can, keep up with all these different conversations you're having. So that leads us to tools like High Level and ManyChat. So those are going to connect into your social media platforms. There's us, right? We go onto your website, and then there's tools like Maverick, BombBomb, Loom. Those are all like email direct to consumer stuff. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of that. And then you have Instantly and Open Phone, and those are email and chat software, right? So you need to have these tools to be able to actually interact along these digital channels and kind of convert and capture those leads. So finally, handle. This is more of like the downstream process. That's where you're using like Zapier and Make to automate all of your process together. Maybe if someone interacts with your CRM, then you'll send them an automatic email. So tying in all of your systems together. And then even more, you can use stuff like, get floor plan, write home some sort of listing description AIs. You can use Reimagine Homes, which we'll dive into deeper, and that will maybe save you some time in terms of, image enhancements or any type of virtual staging that you guys have to do. So that's how we break down like what tool fits in what part of the sales pipeline. So ultimately, this just kind of signifies that we need tooling, we need automation in order to take our business to the next level, spend more time with clients, do those higher leverage activities, and really just like grow your business. So first off, on the tooling deep dive, this is the base level. This is for beginners if you have no experience, but you are making some sort of video or organic content. You have to have captions on your videos. So 75% of mobile videos are watched on mute. So that makes it super critical for engagement and overall views and reach to actually put captions on your videos. And so a tool like Submagic can easily do that for you. It's free, and definitely any sort of video production, you need to be using some sort of captioning tool. And oftentimes you'll see tools like CapCut and Veet.io. Those are video editing software, and they'll have captions built in, but strongly recommend that you're always putting captions on all of your videos. Next, we have Descript. So this is like the next level. This is your all-in-one video production app. Kirby was referring to it earlier. So this has all the different features that you're looking for to really build out your video production capabilities. So it has things like teleprompters with AI-powered eye tracking. So that means that you're reading off a script that ChatGPT made, and then the AI is fixing your eyes onto the camera so that it doesn't look like you're reading a script. So this helps help save you time in terms of not having to do retakes, not having to remove filler words, all that good stuff. So it's really going to help you streamline even like podcasting, that sort of things. And so it has a bunch of other features that we can go into, like green screening, audio enhancing, text to speech, voice cloning. If you're trying to do any sort of like automated work, this will also be good for you. So highly recommend that you if you haven't heard of it, take a look at Descript. So Maverick is something I mentioned earlier. It's a little bit more of an emerging technology. This is for direct email marketing. So it's very similar to Loom or BombBomb that you guys have been using. But what it does is it helps personalize the video email that you're sending a little bit more. So what it'll do is the AI will actually change the contact's name for every single video that you send out. So for example, if your contact was John, it would say John, and then the next one it would say Timothy, and Janet, all along those right. So this is a little bit of a less robust software, but it's still like making improvements. But if you're interested in that direct email marketing space, definitely check out an AI customization tool like Maverick, or there's a few other out there on the market. So next is, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just kind of driving through this here. I know it's a lot of material, but if you're doing any sort of traditional photography or staging, things like that, if you have like one-off shoots or smaller projects that you need to do that doesn't need that high touch kind of service, you can look into a tool like Reimagine Homes. So Reimagine Homes helps you do all of your staging, and it gives you before and after shots. And it's just a more cost-effective way of showcasing different environments to your clients. And it can even do things like under construction visualizers. So if anyone's doing like any 3D modeling, you can look into a software like this, where you can kind of tease that under construction versus what it could look like, view to your clients to really get their reactions out of that. So highly recommend like AI tools like this will help you enhance your images if you're showing them on a listing or anything like that, right? The final one is ChatGPT. I'm sure everyone's heard of it, but it's such a versatile tool that we have to know how to use it properly in order to get the best output. So we like to say, if you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. So this is a prompting framework, and I'm not sure if I have time to go into every single one of these steps, so I'll do a high level summary of it. But it's called Create, and I'm sure Kirby can give you the reference material afterwards. But the important takeaways here is a really cool tip is you can assign ChatGPT a role. So you can say, hey, I want you to act as a seasoned marketer, or I want you to act as a real estate assistant. And for a listing description, you can say a real estate assistant who handles listing descriptions. And then you want to be specific as possible. So for example, if you're writing a listing description, you don't want to say, can you write me a listing description for this house, right? You want to say, can you write me a compelling listing description for a house in Marda Loop that has 4 beds, 3 baths with stunning hardwood floors and an amazing master bedroom, things like that. You want to be as specific as possible. And then what you can also do is include examples. So stuff that you've already written for the AI to model it off of, right? Because you're just trying to control the output that it's giving you. And one of the most effective ways of influencing its output is actually including a tone on the end. So you can say, write in this tone, right? And you just do tone and semicolon. So for example, if you're responding to an email, you can say, write a friendly and professional email in this tone back to this client, right? And some of my favorites are actually, write in a tone that's professional casualism or professional Spartan. So you can really play around with the different tones that you're looking for in order to get that best output from ChatGPT. And the biggest kind of impact to your business is that they've made this customizable to you, right? So if for $20 a month, you can spin out as many custom ChatGPTs as you want and input your data as a realtor, so like a profile about you and all of the documents that relate to your business inside of these ChatGPTs, and then they'll use that as a knowledge base when they're answering your questions. And you can create as many different ones as you want. So you can, for example, create an SEO marketing bot. You can create an email response bot. You can create a listing description bot. And all of those, you can write a really customized, in-depth, detailed prompt, and then keep reusing those over and over and over again to do all of your content generation for you, so that you can save time without having to redo all of these prompts and over again, right? So I know that was really fast. We had to get through a lot. I'm happy to answer questions after, but I think I'll kick it over to PK now to tell you guys a little bit more about Madison.
Awesome. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, a lot of good conversations in the chat. But I really want to spend just a couple minutes introducing to you Madison. So this is Madison, your new personalized AI assistant. What she's going to do is connect to your website, engage every single visitor, answer questions, book meetings, and capture key contact information, sending you instant alerts. So really the benefits of Madison is 24/7 availability. Unlike a VA that works shifts, If someone visits after hours or on the weekend, Madison is going to be there to capture them and really give you peace of mind. So, Ant, if you just hop to the next slide, there's a quick video I wanted to play. So Ant, do you want to play that video? It just goes to show a quick demo video and then awesome. The audio isn't working, Ant, so I think you just have to share audio. She looks so real. Yeah, so she's actually an AI generated photo. But we used a bunch of different AI photos to get the one that looked the most realistic.
Oh, maybe and you have to unmute and it goes through your computer if you're not sharing the computer sound.
I think it should be good now. I think I shared with audio.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Perfect.
Oops. Go back here. Slideshow.
As soon as I land on Matt's page, I am greeted with a personalized welcome message from his AI assistant, Madison, run by Realty AI. This prompts me to engage in a conversation. I ask, what are the best areas in Toronto to live for families? Using geo-specific data, she provides 4 neighborhoods based on factors such as schools, parks, and communities. To get a sense of affordability, I ask, what is the average price of a home in the beaches? Using real-time market data, Madison provides a precise quote of $1.7 million. Realty AI is connected to the internet, allowing it to provide quick and accurate responses to questions about any market across North America. It recognizes my intent to buy and asks about property type. I then state I am interested in buying a townhouse for my family. My timeline is within the next 6 months. Budget is not sure yet. And my preference is a 3-bed, 2-bath. Smoothly transitioning, she asks for my name, email, and phone number. Madison clearly outlines next steps and gives me the option to book a meeting directly into Matt's calendar. I click the link and easily find a date and time that works best for my schedule. Simultaneously in real time, Matt receives an email notification. It captures important information such as name, phone number, and email, but also gives Matt an easy to read conversation summary. This gives Matt all the context he needs before meeting with the client. Within Matt's performance dashboard. Awesome, thanks, Ant. So yeah, the gist of it is, hey, if you have a website and people are visiting it, half of the people are actually bouncing right off of it. So if some people, buyers or potential sellers have questions, we want to be there and engage them then and there and really kick off the relationship. So that's the goal that Madison plays. Just as soon as I land on Matt's page study. So this was one of our agents that started with us 2 months ago. So in his first 45 days, he captured 30 new leads. We handled over 100 conversations, saving him 22 hours in time. And he actually closed one buyer deal in that time. So over $12,000 in gross commission income in his first month and a half. So really just by implementing Madison into your business, she'll be able to capture incremental people and then be able to convert those people down the road. And so it's as simple as copy, paste, and you're done. So if you do sign up on our website, we have a 30-day free trial. You'll be sent personalized code. You copy that code, paste it into your website, and Madison will be live and ready to go. So Kirby, actually, we generated a code. So if you go to the next slide, there's a $100 off code. If you use Kirby 100, you'll get $100 off the annual plan. Plug in Kirby. So thank you, Kirby. And there's a 30-day free trial, so no risk. Sign up on the website. And I will pause now for any questions. I know there was a lot of questions in the chat.
There's a question, is there a contract commitment?
So we do have a month-to-month plan. Our annual plan is for the year, so you just pay up front for the year. It works out to be less than $2 a day. PK, could you show those 2 slides back again? Yeah, and do you want to hop back to, are you talking about the video, Sam, or the first slide about Madison or Steven? Steven.
Steven.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hop over to Steven.
Hey, PK, maybe you could put the link in the chat so it's easier for them to click rather than typing it out
Yeah,
on the
I'll
slide.
send the link right now. 1 second.
Suzanne says, can the AI negotiate with you your rates? Maybe, Suzanne, if you program it, negotiate 6% for you, okay?
You can, yeah, if you have a custom offer, we can always customize that into Madison. So she'll know exactly what your kind of specialty is. I just posted the link if anyone's curious.
Cool. And what's the coupon code? Give it to them too. Okay, that's the coupon code. Okay. And then can we have the slides? So Toron, we're gonna send you the recording of this meeting, okay? And then also the resources in the email tomorrow, okay? Everything that we shared today, we're gonna give you the links to join, okay?
Sam asked, how can we make sure the info Madison provides is accurate and fresh? So we use a number of tools that are updated every month. So all the market data and everything is going to be updated the first week of every month. So it's up to date.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are not just using ChatGPT as Madison, okay? They're using multiple tools all put together as one.
So my question is going to be, are you using RDX VOW services to connect to the boards so you can get the information to the minute?
Yeah, so we actually query the internet. So we use SERP AI, which queries the internet for recent numbers. So that's how we get the monthly numbers. We are a vendor as well for MLS data. So we're actually in the process in the future of integrating MLS data and listings into Madison too. So she could potentially recommend a couple listings, send them to you, and just streamline your process even further. So that's in the future to come.
Yeah, I think the biggest use case with that would just be saving you guys time in terms of finding what properties this contact was looking for, and then putting it together in a template where you can just copy paste, send it right away. So you don't have to take that 30 minutes to put together an email to respond to the people right away. So great question.
Warren asks, can we ensure the confidentiality of the AI assistant? So Torrin, we actually build you your own personal dashboard where you can see all of the data, all the conversations, contacts. That's all private and that's to you. So that's your own data. No one else has access to that. So we build that out for you as well. Does Madison come in different ethnic options? So yes, that's something customizable, as Kirby mentioned. She speaks different languages as well. So yeah, we're making a Chinese button, but Madison's able to speak different languages too. IP. Yeah, so that's a great point, Suzanne. We're actually looking to identify language browser preferences. So if someone, for example, is coming from Quebec and their whole browser is in French, Madison will automatically shift to French. We don't have that yet, but that's something we're working towards as well.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kirby.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to stop your share, and then what I'm going to do is just show them what I've done here. So this is Reimagine Home. I just want to show you like this a little bit because I use it and it's free. So I will send you the link tomorrow. I think I've showed it in our previous masterminds, but we can take an empty room like this. We don't have to pay your photographer anymore for virtual staging. It used to be like $25 a photo, right? You just throw it into this website and it makes, look at that. It just puts the furniture in there. You can have this one, or this one. Okay. So that's the dining room. And then we have the living room here. You can pick what colors you want. I went Tiffany blue on this one, Tiffany green. Right. So you can do your own staging now using AI. Pretty cool. Okay. There's like three different things you can choose: modern, classic, what kind of furniture you like. Okay. And then one trick you use is that if you ever use this on any MLS, right, you include both photos. Okay. Right. So people know it's virtual staging, include both photos. And then you print this photo out, put it into a nice frame, and go hang it at the wall there. Okay. So when people see the house, they'll see the virtual staging at the house. So don't just waste it on your website. use it at the actual property, okay? When you're doing the when you're doing the showings, okay? For showings. So that is our reimagined home. And then I'm working on Descript right now, programming my voice so that later I can use Descript to create videos with my voice. So it will save me time, which is I leverage 2 letters, okay? AI and VA, okay? Those 2 letters, okay? It's that, how do you use all this AI, people are telling me. So you're telling me you can't learn to save more time? Okay, that's fine, because sometimes it's hard. I have people here in-house here, and they're like, it's really hard. I can't learn all this. Or I'm really old now, I can't learn all this. So you have a VA. VA is a virtual assistant. They're like usually in their 20s, okay? They're born with TikTok and Instagram and all that. So all you have to do is hire a VA to use AI. So you just leverage yourself to leverage yourself, okay? So a 1-minute message to your VA can turn out a work that's been done in 10 hours, in traditional 10 hours, because they're going to use AI, they're going to use Descript and create a video for you. A video that's in your voice. If you program it, the video will be in your voice, right? And the script will be something that you approve. Okay, so that video can be done with just 1 message. That's the power of AI, is that you can leverage things now. Okay, so don't have the excuse of, I don't know how to use AI, because you can always hire someone to use AI. Okay, so that's why I have that class tomorrow. So come please join me tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the opposite, right? Not you doing it, but we're gonna show you how VAs can do it. All right, David.
I actually have one question for the guys. They mentioned, I think they said SERP.ai is where they're getting the data online for the information when they ask for property specific or location specific data. Is that what you're using?
Yeah, SERP AI helps query the internet, so you're getting like the fresh data from that. Yeah.
That's SERP.ai or at SERP AI.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a dot, but it's SERP AI.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
it's a programmable interface, so it's not. Yeah, it's not just like something you can search.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it's always
David.
something I'm looking to do as well. So you know, when I see someone else has found that tool, I'm thinking to myself, okay, that this might just be another window of opportunity for me as well.
Oh, for sure. Check it.
Yeah, so thanks guys for that, both Anthony and Peter. Thanks for your time today. That was fascinating, and you know, I look forward to maybe having some conversations in the future about where we might be able to utilize or engage as well. You know, I had a few things today, and obviously you guys showing the top 5 things for realtors was absolutely significant. I have a couple of videos that I wanted to play for different reasons. One shows you some of the new AI things, and if you're following the AI world, you probably know who Matt Farmer is, and if you don't, then you probably should. He reviews every single AI tool that comes to market. And I just wanted to share one quick video that he has on some of the latest ones.
The best hidden gem AI tools, part 2. Out of the 500 AI tools I've reviewed, here are some of my favorite AI tools that are not well known. Number 1, Suno, by far the best music generator on the market. It doesn't just generate a beat, it will make the lyrics and vocals mind-blowing and basically free. Number 2, Illustroke. Use AI to create vector illustrations from a prompt. Perfect for making logos, icons, and other vector-based images. Number 3, Dr. Gupta, a complete AI doctor trained on medical information. It even has Dr. McGrath, an AI vet for your animals. Number 4, Fathom. I've tried all the meeting co-pilots. Fathom is my favorite. It records meetings, provides a transcript. I use it to save a ton of time creating proposals automatically from meetings. Number 5, Face Fusion. Use AI to completely swap your face with anyone you want in video or images. The Rock, Mr. Beast, Arnold. This one is fun and free to install. I would use Pinocchio.computer to install it.
Number 6, Voice AI, real-time AI voice changer that is impressive. It has hundreds of voices to choose from. You're listening to David Attenborough.
Great to mix with Face Fusion. At number 7, My Marquee. Generate social media posts from your website content. You can create 30 days of content in 5 minutes. Bam! What did you think of the list? Let me know, and like and follow for more AI tools, guides, and news.
Okay, so I just wanted to have that quick one, just to give you some intro into all the things. There's new tools happening every single day. There's more and more happening, but with all of this greatness, all of these tools, all of these enhancements and options for business and growth and opportunity, also come dangers. And this quick video will give you just an example of, why we should be on guard.
Singapore, where a bank employee received a note from their CEO saying, move these many hundreds of millions of dollars to an external bank account. The employee, he doubted the message. So he responded by saying, can we meet so that you could give me this instruction in person? And the CEO said, I'm out of the office. Let's get on Zoom and invite some of your colleagues too. So the email invite comes in. The CEO is in the invite and a bunch of other employees of the bank that this particular employee, the first employee that I mentioned, he knows all of these people. So all of them on the Zoom call, the CEO in front of everybody says, these many hundreds of million, move it from the bank to an external bank account immediately. And they had a conversation, call ended. The employee, he moved the money as he was instructed by the CEO. Story twist, everybody on that Zoom call, except for this one person, was an AI bot. Last week, there was...
So, so what does that really mean? It means that, there is a lot of stuff going on in the world. The hackers, the spammers, the people that are going to your lead generation sites and putting crap leads about you buying their new sunglasses, all of that stuff gets better, smarter, faster when the crooks start using AI for ill-intended purposes. So really, we have to be on guard to some degree and make sure that we verify, especially when somebody is in trouble or somebody who wouldn't normally contact you in a position of authority with a problem, with an issue, with an ask for help. It's always important to check and verify, especially before you take action that is financial in nature. Excuse my voice. Yesterday I didn't have a voice. Today I have somewhat of a voice. So I'm kind of struggling my way through this, but I also wanted to share with you the updated Sora. I think it's still in development. I've seen some amazing videos coming from Sora. This is no enhancement. This is 100% script based with no other tools being added. And some of them are just absolutely phenomenal in the actual look and feel to them. You can just go to the openai.com site and scroll down and you'll see those videos. The last thing that I wanted to step on really quickly, since I do a lot on ChatGPT, one of the latest hacks or implements that I've seen out there in the world of prompting, you ask it a question and you get this long, verbose, often predictable intro, middle, and end. And somebody came up with the idea to ask it to resubmit with no yapping is the new latest and greatest. So I said, hey, tell me about climate change. And it went through this whole thing, talked about the greenhouse effect, the impacts, mitigation, adaptation, international response, scientific consensus, and future projections. And I just said no yapping, and it literally made it into one paragraph. So you can see how, the life of ChatGPT, whether you're creating GPTs and using it for use cases that solve problems, especially the common problems. Anything you do in iteration that takes you time can be saved, and it can be saved to scale. When I teach agents how to create a listing description just from bullet points, almost every agent can list the bullets: 2-bedroom, 3-bath, open house, open concept, new garage, close to schools, new roof. It's easy to just type those bullets. It's the creation of the script and the language to make it professional and consistent and perfect, or as close to perfect as it can be. And that's one of the ways that you're able to save a lot of time over time. The scalability to a market center is, if the average agent takes 30 minutes to create a listing description and now they can do it in 20 seconds or less, you didn't just do that for one agent over time. You did it for 300 agents in my case, and 300 agents saving 30 minutes on every listing description. We had 5,500 transactions in New Brunswick last year. If I could get my agents to use that to create their listing descriptions, how much time did I just put my agents out into the market to get more relationships and to go after market share? So all of that stuff is scalable. It makes sense when you implement it, especially to scale. Look for those opportunities where things that take you time, these types of automations can really cut that time down. Anything you do in iteration can be modified. So I didn't really have a whole lot today, Kirby, and I tried to reach out to you earlier today, and it's with quite mixed emotions that I announce on this call that this will be my last call with you, Kirby. And I was presented with an opportunity from KW Region to create and host and promote AI both nationally and internationally, and that's going to take a lot of time, and I really don't have the time anyway, because
Awesome.
you know I'm working as an owner at a brokerage, and it's a startup, and so all of this stuff is all happening at the same time. And yet, you know, I know how important it is for agents to use these tools to become more efficient in a hyper competitive market where more agents are chasing less listings every day. And so everything that we can do to make it better, smarter, I'm totally on board for that. So Kirby, I want to thank you personally. I remember when we had the first conversation, you know, back in January, I believe, in Vancouver, to start this up. And I think it's been almost 14 months. And you and Dean have been amazing to work with, and all of the people on the line, on the calls that have showed up every week or every month and have joined us. Thank all of you. And I wish you all the best. And for some of the KW folks on here, I'll see you on another venue. And thanks everybody for all of your support over this time.
Awesome. Thank you, David, for everything you've done and research and poured into all of us. And we're going to miss you. And going forward, you know, we're going to have this structure like today. We're going to have guest speakers in for our AI masterminds. So it's going to be less of David and me. Okay. And we're gonna pass it over to the smarter, younger generation to teach us more. Right.
Yeah.
And I'll be more of a host going forward. And so we're gonna get a higher level content going through here.
Yeah, you're a great host, Kirby, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. So, you know what? I also thank David for sharing the dangers of AI, because, you know, that's something we have to look out for. We're all agents. We're all, I would say, public figures out there. And so even the technology we have today, I can fake any of you, right, in any video that is disparaging to you or that will hurt your business. And anyone can do that now with 5 minutes with AI. All right.
Yeah. And Kirby, what happens in that situation?
What happens?
Today's situation, you are canceled first and you are defended second. So it's really the environment. It's very dangerous, and always be aware. And if you see something that's sort of out of bounds, make sure you report it right away. It could mean your reputation and your business.
Yep. And right now in this environment, you can't trust video.
No.
Okay. If someone sends you a video, and you see it a lot now, all these Facebook shorts and things, it's Joe Rogan on the screen there talking. He didn't say any of that stuff, right? They love using Joe Rogan as a deepfake right now. So if they could do it to Joe Rogan, they can do it to you. Okay. I can have one that says, one of you guys say, you know what? Kirby Chan's my referral partner in Toronto. I mean, that may be true, but you know, I can make it for you. Okay. Or they could say a lot of things on the internet now, right? So you just got to be careful with all that. Phil, did you have
No, I said, I know you can do anything. When I saw you put that body on yourself, as the beast, as the super god. I knew you were capable of anything. And David,
Yeah,
thank you for everything you both give every week. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil, for always being here and always showing up and contributing. You know, it's the people that make these great, and thank you for always being there.
Yeah, so what I'll do is next Mastermind, I'm going to show more of the videos so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'll show you the videos, how we could fake the videos and how we could put another face on it. We just saw face swapping, right, tool right now. Used to be that you have to program the face into the body. Now it's just a program. You put the face, upload it, and it's there. It's moving around. Okay. And then also, if you guys are part of the AI Mastermind members, so the members, if you go into Discord, you're going to see an option to join as a member. That's $5 a month. And we have a members only mastermind. That's this Thursday at 2 o'clock. Okay. And that's it. That's a smaller member space where Phil is our member there. So you get to join. You get to go in and we get to work on the problems that you have. So you can send in questions beforehand or a problem you're working with, and we will work on it with you on the members mastermind. Okay, so how to join, you go to this website. Okay. If you go to the Discord channel, okay, it'll be on the Discord channel. And if you want to go directly, I'll give you the link. Here you go, Samuel. All right, so that'll be on Thursday, 2 to 3. All right. Anybody here does anything interesting, anything AI? We usually reserve the last 10 minutes for you guys to share what tools that you guys are using. What's awesome right now for you? Let me see. George, are you still on here? George had something. No? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone has any AI tools that they're using now? Yep. Phil? What do you have?
Sorry, nothing new or anything, but I've got to tell you, it just, now that I've given up Google search and YouTube search and everything, it just keeps implementing itself in more ways as an agent. Like, yeah, I'm a part owner of the brokerage here and do lots of things, but as a day-to-day agent, and I'm expecting multiple offers I'm going through today. It's great, but there's some complications in a day-to-day basis that's come up legally with rules of the real estate board and rules of cooperation that and I told you one a couple weeks ago, it took me a while to look through and went, oh, and I wasn't finding it. And now just the ChatGPT 4 has been pulling stuff out that unbelievable. And I go right to, and I run it through my managing broker after the fact, before I just use it. And she's like, this is absolutely perfect. How did you come up with this answer so fast? So I'm like, stop. Hey, I should look that. Yes, I should. We should all look and read it. But I've had clauses in offers that were off. I've had contracts that have come in that are wrong, and just be able to slap that in and ask that question. I think I told you a couple of weeks ago, somebody had written an offer on 2 different places, lied about doing it. They were both accepted, and the ramifications. And after looking for over 4 hours and then 2 minutes on ChatGPT, it came back and said, it is legal to write offers on 2 different places and have them accepted. However, both the intent of both offers are to complete and move forward. So the ramifications of doing that, and this is where it all came. But it just was like, I didn't even say write it to a simpleton, but it just came back with such a clear thing that allowed me to call my managing broker and have a talk. And then I searched a couple emails, and it was just like, somebody's in trouble. But just day to day, simple. I did the search for the type of dog, and that blew me away. And then David wrote up the GPT for it. But it's just day to day use. It's stuff that none of us had talked about, or it's just coming up and coming up. So, and most of that from chatting and interacting with you 2 awesome dudes.
So this is a stat that they project that Google search will go down 25% next year because of AI, right?
I think their number is low.
Yeah, well, it's surprisingly that the AI adoption isn't higher than it is, and it's still in the 1% globally. And you would think that's bigger, especially for ChatGPT, but you're seeing it now embedding in every single tool, Canva, command. It's everywhere now, and it's going to continue. That genie's not going back in the bottle. And
Yeah.
when I see great companies, especially young startups, taking and seeing the real estate field and seeing that there's a need, there's absolutely a need. As an analyst, and I look at all this data, the fact that when you generate leads online, you can hope to get 1 to 5% conversion on those leads. That's considered quite good. I've often thought about how do I go after the other 95% with some automation to try and convert another percentage of what most people throw away. There's a great opportunity there to nurture that other 95% over time to try and reconvert what most people would throw away. So there's a whole bunch of that stuff that's out there, and I'm going to continue to look into various ways to make this more efficient, not just in real estate, but in your daily lives, your general lives, any business at all. There's just so much opportunity here. So I appreciate this platform so much.
Awesome,
It's funny, your percentages that you're talking there, and I laugh so much going, but wasn't, I mean, we just had a big, huge conference with, 17, whatever, 18,000 people, but it was some, hey, you know what? Video's the next greatest thing. You people should. So, I mean, the bleeding edge that we've been doing,
Yeah,
think back, they're still trying to just get people to do a video.
right.
And then we're talking about, and Kirby, you're so far into this all the way. Oh, and now I can just have it make a video with my own voice. Even getting people to say video, it's just like saying, I love the fact that this isn't replacing anyone, but an agent with these skills is going to replace you, not AI.
Right.
Yeah.
And even in this here, the launch velocity is 18%. That's how you escape, right? So once you hit 18%, you'll start getting much more widespread adoption, but people will sit on the sidelines and watch the early adopters, see them succeed or fail, and they will move based on them watching that. And it's about 18% where it starts to really just take right off because people start accepting it on a wider scale.
Okay, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Okay, it's bold prediction time at the end. Bold
All right.
prediction is that I think we're the last generation to be creative.
Well, there is a
So
paradox there, Kirby, right? Right now, everything is pre-trained with all human content, from books and stories and poems and all that stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah,
right now, we're using AI to generate sort of new content, which is just rehashed content or reformulated content. And at the end of the day, what they say and what the paradox is that soon AI will be getting its information preceded from AI. And then, as you say, Kirby, the outcome is there'll be less human content seeding AI content for humans, which is, you could go in that circle a long time, but it's fascinating.
Because why the kids are growing up now with AI. Can you imagine that? Why spend hours creating that new music, original lyrics, when AI can do it 95% good, right? And that's the thing with AI. It's good, right? It's not, and be careful, it's not accurate, right? It's like 95% accurate, okay, but still very accurate. So what would you spend all this time researching the stuff to get 100% accurate, but spending 10 hours or getting something 95% accurate, right? In a matter of seconds. So that's why in the future, the younger generation, if they go and down this route and rely on AI, and that's why we're the last generation to be creative, and I don't know what happens when we pass away.
Well, look, at the end of the day, Kirby, what we haven't talked about, and this is what the downstream impact will be. How do you teach kids in school now? How do you ask someone to write a test or a book report? All the traditional things we used to ask them to do to advance their knowledge can now be answered in 5 seconds. We have to change the way we educate our youth because of, the information available. When I was in high school, if I wanted to do a book report on the cheetah, I had to know the Dewey Decimal System to go to the library and find a book. And now everything about everything is one click away. So it's changed the game, and AI is going to change so much, and we haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah, it used to be that you have to search on Google, still research on Google. And now you don't even have to research on Google,
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Anyone else want to chime in?
Yeah, I read a article
wouldn't
a
mind.
few weeks ago, and people were, people coming out of high schools or whatnot applying for schools such as Harvard and Yale and MIT, and they were literally using ChatGPT to write their entrance level exams. And kids at Harvard and some of these prestigious schools were actually writing their thesis using ChatGPT, which was pretty scary,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I have I don't know if you can see me. Can you hear me? See me?
yeah,
David?
I can hear you.
Yeah, Sean Campbell here I'm in Keller Williams in Sussex,
Hey, Sean.
New Brunswick.
Okay.
And
Sean.
so I'm using, and David's seen part of this. We've created a software program. It's called Push Place, and we actually collect all the data and listings through the forms on digitally, and then we've recently integrated AI, so you don't have to add the data. You already have the data collected, so it all automatically produces a write-up for you. And so it's really, and we're planning on adding the bots and all that stuff as well. And we've noticed it's just such a great tool, and looking forward to the future. So we're looking to work with the board and potentially use our software program with the board in New Brunswick, and hopefully we'll start spanning out after that as well. So just keep an eye out. And
yeah, great job on that, Sean. And I have seen that. I have seen your initial demo, and I'm excited to see, what you've done to include the AI component on that. And we can certainly talk about how we could get together and let me look at it again for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great, David.
Cool. Thanks, Sean.
Great.
Awesome. Cool, Sean. Thank you. Okay, it is 3 o'clock, guys. Thank you very much. And if you guys have any questions, reach out to me. You guys know where to find me on Facebook or Instagram. And we're going to send this recording out to you, so for you to watch again. And if you're driving, you can see the slides. Okay. And if you guys need to reach out to Peter and Anthony, there's their website, realty-ai.ca. Okay. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you, David, for your contribution. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Kirby.
Thank you, Anthony. Have an amazing day, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys all later.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, everybody. It's over. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching the recording. Bye-bye.